Hello my foodie family, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today is March 17th. We are celebrating St. Patrick's Day in honor of St. Patrick of Ireland. So before anything else, I just want to say Benacta na Philip Podikert. So that means may St. Patrick's blessings be upon you. I hope I said it right. So have you ever wondered what St. Patrick's real name was? Actually, it's Maywin Sicket. So I hope I pronounced it right. It's down here. So a lot of people wear green during St. Patrick's Day, including your foodie mom Ghie, but have you ever wondered why green and not red, just like my favorite color? Well, it's because green is emblematic of Ireland's verdant landscape, and it's also associated with Irish mythology. And since St. Patrick's Day is Irish in tradition, we are going to feature some of Irish iconic foods, and we are going to recreate two of these foods, which are corned beef and cabbage, and also colcannon. So come on, grab your green clothes and let's celebrate St. Patrick's Day as we go for an educational food journey to unravel the history and tradition behind these iconic foods. And we are also going to recreate them. So come on and join me where everybody tells a story. Can we wear red this time? Only this time. My favorite color anyway. No? Okay, let's go. Well, to begin with, St. Patrick wasn't Irish. He was Romano-Briton. How did it happen? When he was a teenager, he was captured by pirates and brought to Ireland. He was actually enslaved in Ireland for 6 years, and when he escaped, he became a missionary and returned to Ireland, where he spread Christianity through the use of a three-leaf shamrock, explaining the mystery of the Holy Trinity. And because of his missionary work, tradition holds that St. Patrick was a patron saint of Ireland, though he wasn't canonized by the Catholic Church. Traditionally, St. Patrick's Day was a religious feast, but now it has evolved into a global celebration of Irish culture. Our first dish is corned beef and cabbage. But before that, let's dig into the history of this iconic food. Curing meat has been practiced in Europe for centuries. It's the only way to preserve meat for a longer time. Salted meat, particularly pork, is far more common than beef, especially in the early modern period. Interestingly, corned beef gets its name from the large grains of salt called corns. Ireland did raise cattle, but the beef they produced would be exported rather than consumed domestically. So the real story of corned beef and cabbage begins not in Ireland but in America, simply because it was way too expensive for the lower class Irish families. 19th century brought new waves of Irish immigrants in the United States, had limited access to their traditional foods like pork in America. However, in the bustling cities of America, Jewish communities were already curing beef briskets using the same salt method, and the price was right. This was the time when the Irish immigrants adapted corned beef in substitute for their corned pork. Then the transition to corned beef began. Cabbage, on the other hand, which is a frugal and abundant vegetable, played an important part for these corned beef and cabbage dishes. This is when it became an iconic food, particularly for those immigrant families celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Join me as we make our corned beef and cabbage. So this is my version of corned beef and cabbage. Actually, this one reminds me of the Filipino nilagang baka because it also has the cabbage, it has the potatoes, some put carrots, but the others they don't, and of course the beef. So it really is nilagang baka in the Philippines. Let's eat. First, let's try this beef. See, I boiled this for almost 2 hours. Michael Foodie family, this one is worth trying. I guarantee. Let's go to another iconic Irish food called colcannon. Colcannon is a classic Irish dish and a comfort food for generations, which is derived from the Gaelic words cal and cannon, which means whitehead cabbage, or basically the cabbage that we have these days. Colcannon reached its significance during the Great Famine, where all the potato crops were ravaged by blight, which is a type of plant disease. This devastation transformed this dish from a comfort food to a symbol of family survival. Since then, colcannon became an iconic food served during St. Patrick's Day that symbolizes family togetherness. A reminiscent of that great famine for families to have a strong bond, especially during hardship. So now, my foodie family, join me as I recreate colcannon.
Hey. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Yeah. Come on.
I am now ready to eat. Let's see. I really love the crunchiness of the bacon and the softness of the potato. Plus, the chives gives it a little bit of a kick. Yum. Actually, this mashed potato is not new to us because every Saturday, my two daughters always cook this. Although they don't put the onion chives, but I guess putting it in really gives it a bit of a flavor. I really love it. Yummy, yummy. Thanks for watching, my foodie family. Please join me again for another educational foodie journey as we recreate and unravel the tradition and history of iconic foods from different parts of the world related to history and events where every bite tells a story. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll get updated on my latest videos where every bite tells a story.